Guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times, and in our previous video you had seen the Android 10 based Realme UI update on the Realme X2 Pro, but now we're going to talk about the same on the Realme XT. So Realme XT was probably one of the best phones when it was available in the market, and it had come with the Android 9 Pie based ColorOS 6. Now the ColorOS 7 based Realme UI is finally here, and it comes with the Android 10 as the base OS. So it's the latest update that we already got on this phone for testing it out. So you might be getting it pretty soon after all the initial tests are done, and once it's verified that there are not a lot of bugs that might again annoy the users. So right now this is the latest version Realme UI, that's RMX 192111C.01. So this is the version, and as you can see, this is going to be a huge list of changes for the users, and you might be actually enjoying the entire update because of the number of features that are added here. And now let's talk about some of the major changes or some of the important changes in this smartphone's UI. So firstly, the entire UI is changed. I mean, the way it looks much more smoother. Firstly, the animations are faster, and it's not going to drag you down a bit. And the icons have changed as well. So if you can see, for example, the settings icon itself, it's not what it was earlier. Similarly, the basic system apps from Realme have all got new icons, and now you have support for the third-party icons as well. So you can easily have any third-party icon pack and use it on this smartphone. So this entire thing is about appealing to the youth, to the younger generation who already are using the phones. But again, for them to look better and make it look better, the Realme UI is coming up with all the newer looks for the device. Next is this thing, the smart sidebar. So there's this smart sidebar which was already present as well. You can see this area on the side. If you pull it here, it would have a set of features or a set of shortcuts. You have the options for the screenshot, screen recording, and some of the apps such as Messenger. So you can go to edit and add any application for a shortcut there. So the good thing about here is not just about the shortcuts there. If you are something into like a settings app and you want to quickly open up, not a settings for basically a notepad, and you wanted to have the calculator as well, just hold it and bring it here, drag it, and it would open it in a split screen mode. So this is quite a good change this time. Go to the smart sidebar, have all those frequent applications that you usually use, and have it in a split screen mode and use it as whatever you like. So this is how easy it is, and how easy it is to actually set up the split screen mode for the favorite applications that you use. Now, the other thing in the Realme phones or Oppo phones with the ColorOS was about the Assistive Wall, which was one of the easy features or one of the useful features for the users. So if you go into the into the convenience tools, actually, this is this Assistive Wall. So Assistive Wall is something like a shortcut that would show up, and it's a ball. So this is that ball, and it has two options. Firstly is this tap menu where you have all these options, and rather than that, if you want gesture operations, where you tap single time and it would go back, double tap it would open multitasking, touch and hold it would go to home, so double tap it would open the multitasking for you. So this was the Assistive Wall, but what is newly added here is the opacity of the ball. So sometimes users feel that the ball structure itself is going to take up some area on the screen which you don't want to see there. So you can reduce the opacity, it would become almost transparent. You can see it goes to 100 to 20, and that's how it looks like. So it's almost transparent there, and it doesn't annoy you there. There's also the new option of hiding the Assistive Wall automatically in any full screen app. So if you're playing a game, you don't want the Assistive Wall to show up, it would actually not show up because that's a full screen app that you're using there. So that is about the Assistive Wall. The new feature there is about the setting up of the opacity and also hiding it in the full screen applications. Next is about the screenshot. If you already saw the video on the X2 Pro that we did earlier, you know what the new screenshot options are. Firstly, it's a gesture option where you see that these are the options which I'll now explain to you. So firstly is the screenshot. It easily takes a screenshot, and now you have the option of sharing it. That's again a beautiful way of sharing it. So if you take a screenshot, then drag it down, you get the sharing option. Drag it down and it will take you to the sharing options of the same. And the next one is to hold and take a screenshot of a particular area. So this area is where you want to take the screenshot of, not of the entire page. Hold it and drag it down. So not this way. Let me do it once again. This is how you hold and now drag it down, and this entire area is now taken. So once again, let me show you a small area to be captured. This is how you capture a screenshot of that small area. Just hold with 3 fingers and drag it down, and now save it to save that screenshot. And now for a long page screenshot, if you are in some page which has a long page like this, Now you can actually take a screenshot by holding by taking a screenshot firstly, by taking a screenshot, and then you drag it up and it would start taking the screenshot. You just have to keep pulling up so that it captures the newer area, and the screenshot size would be shown here, how long is the screenshot, and already at the bottom of the page. Now if you are done, this is how the screenshot is generated. So this is the entire screenshot, which you can see is a long screenshot. So there are three options of taking screenshot, which is now a very beautiful way. You already have this button press, and that's the easy way. But if you want to take a part of the screenshot, that could be done with the gesture, and also a long screenshot can be taken as well. And now the new thing about Android 10, because this is based on Android 10, the good thing is that you get the navigation gestures. This time you have the gestures from the Android. So if you go to the convenience tools here, you would see the option of navigation buttons. Here you have the option of swipe gestures from both sides. So if you swipe from both sides here, you could see that there's recent tasks and everything. This way you can use this Android 10 based gesture system, and it actually looks pretty cool. And that's the new option of gestures, which is a part of the Android 10 OS. So because you're getting the Realme UI that is based on Android 10 OS, you can always take advantage of these features if you are someone who likes the gesture options, and you can switch to the virtual buttons if you don't like those gestures to be used. So that's the new addition here. Android 10 based navigation gestures are now a part of the Realme UI. Next, there's the addition of the focus mode, which is the digital well-being. That is the feature from actual Android again. So you have the option of focus mode, which you can actually add from this option. And this is the focus mode option. Now you can drag it and keep it here. This is the focus mode, and now you can see this is what the one where it would pause the distracting apps when you need time to focus. If you are actually reading or if you're working, you don't want any disturbances from particular applications, you can actually turn off the distracting apps. So if you don't want to use the camera for taking selfies for that particular amount of time, you can turn it on, and distracting apps are paused. So if you even turn on the camera application now, you can't, because focus mode is on, and you'll have to go change that. And this is a useful feature again if you're someone who wants to use that particular one, the part of the digital well-being, and use the focus mode there. And there's a new charging animation as well, which you would be anyway noticing when you're charging the phone. That is added into the new Realme UI. And there's also part of the screen recording, where you get the pause option, and we'll be doing a separate video about the screen recording on the Realme UI, because users are confused about the screen recording, whether it now allows you to take the microphone access as well, and that is what is important for the gamers. So we'll be doing a separate video where we'll be letting you know whether you can take the audio in or use the game audio. That all will be shown there. Now next is about the wallpapers. So if you go into the wallpaper section, you'll see a new set of wallpapers that are shown here, and that is also a new addition. You have a set of new live wallpapers as well for you to take advantage of, and make it look good. So there are things that actually change. You can see touch and hold anywhere on the wallpaper to see how it changes over time. So this is based on the time of the day, and you'll see that if it's night, it actually shows those star trails, and then it's day, it becomes brighter. So these are newer live wallpapers which actually look good, and they are a good addition to the set of wallpapers that are present already. And for the security options, if you are using Wi-Fi, you can use a random MAC address now. So that can also be actually changed, because earlier that was not possible, but now you can actually give a MAC address, which you can actually set up a new random MAC address. This helps in protecting the privacy of the user. And also, if it's the same static MAC address, then it would also target some ads for you based on your usage earlier. So that can also change here. If you use a random MAC address, it won't know your user pattern or the usage pattern, and then it won't be able to target ads for you. So those are the advantages of having a random MAC address, and that can be changed here. Next is about the camera application. The way it looks now is a bit different, and it has changed the entire look. But one easy option now is of 64MP dedicated mode, which is now present in the bottom bar. You don't have to go deep into the settings and change it. You directly see the option of 64MP in the camera applications bottom bar itself. So that's a new addition or a new change here. And also there's this Realme Shear, which was a part of the ColorOS 6 as well. It's not that it's a new feature, but now the same Realme Shear can be used with particular other brands as well. That's Oppo and Vivo and Xiaomi smartphones. So this is the Realme Share. Tap here to turn on Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to send via Realme Share. So this works with even Xiaomi and Oppo, Vivo phones as well. So that is a new update here. Earlier it was limited to Realme as far as what we know, but now you can share it with all the three brands which are supporting the same feature. It's called Realme Share on Realme phones, Xiaomi Share, Mi Share on the Xiaomi phones, Vivo Share, and like that. So now that can work well there. There's this dark mode as well now, which is working pretty well on almost every area. So this is the dark mode which gets activated as soon as you tap on that, and dark mode works pretty well. You see that even the background has become darker. This has become darker. So now it works across almost the entire UI without having any particular restrictions or exceptions, because now the UI has that integrated dark mode pretty well placed here. And the last one is the dual mode music share. So this is a feature which again is pretty good, because if you have a Bluetooth headphones or an earphone connected to the phone already, you can anyway listen to the music through Bluetooth. But if you want to share the music with someone else as well at the same time viewing something on the phone, they can use a 3.5mm headset jack on the phone and use a wired headset as well, along with the Bluetooth which is already active. So this is the dual mode music share, which is a new feature, which is actually a very cool feature if you are someone who likes to share music with your friends, or try to watch a web series with your friends at the same time and don't want to rely on a single audio source, that's the speakers. So that's it about the Realme UI. Of course, there might be many other minimal changes which we might be digging into, and will let you know in the future videos. But stay tuned for the update about the screen recording and those things which is important for you. So we'll be doing a separate video about that. But that's it for now about the Realme UI. And if we missed out on anything, that was on the Realme X2 Pro, that you have seen here as well, because almost the entire changelog is the same for the Realme XT and the Realme X2 Pro. So that's it about the Android 10 based Realme UI update on the Realme XT smartphone. I hope you like this video. If you do, share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thanks for watching, and see you next video.